Thank you. President Trump has been vocal about restoring American maritime dominance. I think most Americans would be disturbed to learn that our ports are light years behind Europe and Asia in using automated technology. You only have to look at the supply chain snarls outside of California's ports from a few years ago to see how poorly our country did at moving cargo quickly from ship to shore. Mr. Carmel, why are American ports so archaic compared to their foreign counterparts?
Thank you, Senator. We are, no question about it, in terms of our ability to productivity behind. There's a variety of reasons, some of which I was just not around for. The real issue, though, at the end of the day, is using technology in a way that leverages labor, makes labor more productive, and allows us to compete at the level of foreign ports. We should use technology in a way that does not displace jobs. We should use technology in a way that enhances them and magnifies them so that workers can be productive. But at the end of the day, it's productivity that we have to deal with.
Is the problem a lack of federal spending or too much red tape and other factors?
I think it's a combination of both. Regulations certainly can get in the way, and I think that some of it is just inertia, I think, to be honest with you. So we have to ignite a innovation drive. I know that the SHIPS Act has innovation in it. I know that MARAD has the Maritime Innovation Center. The Waterfront Workers has an innovation section. So there's 3 actual competing programs for innovation. We need to leverage them, make sure that they are used in a way that's synergistic and provide value rather than compete, and find ways to make our workforce productive, make sure that the workforce understands that the waterfront is a good place to have a long, productive career, a good place to raise families, and deal with it that way.
Okay. Mr. Petty, NOAA reviews offshore oil and gas activities for compliance with NEPA, the Endangered Species Act, and the Marine Mammal Protection Act. Key regulations for the incidental take of marine mammals are set to expire in April of 2026. The expiration of these regulations would curtail geophysical activities related to oil and gas exploration and production in the Gulf of America. If confirmed, will you ensure that these incidental take regulations are renewed by April 2026 to prevent any permitting delays?
Chairman, thank you for that question. It's an important one, and we need to make sure that we have the focus on these areas of regulation. I look forward to getting into the department and looking specifically at all the priorities that are set so that what are coming due, that we can address them immediately. The President and the administration, as well as the Secretary, has said that we need to focus on regulatory, making it focused and short so that we can move things but do it right. And that's the commitment that I make, is making sure that the laws are met, but the regulations are quick and decisive and clear moving forward.
Well, and I can certainly echo that it is the President's commitment and Secretary Lutnick's commitment to move swiftly and not to have permitting delays. And so I trust that you, when confirmed, will implement a streamlining to ensure that permitting can move forward efficiently. How do you hope to streamline the environmental permitting process beyond ensuring timely renewal of the incidental take regulations?
Again, I look forward to getting in if confirmed, but streamlining, I think, needs to be a partnership with not only the different agencies that have oversight, not only Commerce, but Interior and other agencies, but they need to be looking at that not in a kind of a rail where it's what goes from one car to the next car to the next, but all tracks are parallel, working together. And I think we can do that with the technology of interacting with the resources of the regulatory, so we can all be looking at them at the same time and moving things much more quickly versus the old method, which is when one packet is done, it gets moved to another committee.
Okay, and this last question is for our two Federal Maritime Commission nominees. The Federal Maritime Commission has a narrow mission: ensuring a competitive ocean transportation system. Mr. Harvey, Ms. DeBella, what are the statutory functions of the FMC, and will you commit, if confirmed, to staying within the bounds of your authority? Mr. Harvey, we'll start with you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The statutory commitments are to have a reliable ocean transportation system. I think that we would stay in our lane in terms of our jurisdiction, but we are there to review the agreements that are filed with our agency to assure that those are fair and reasonable and not anti-competitive. We also have a enforcement division, and I believe in regulation to ensure that competitiveness and enforcement when necessary of those. And we have an adjudication process to make sure that all the players in the system can get their disputes resolved quickly. But I would look to stay in our lane, and I would hope to have marketplace solutions to these problems.
Ms. DeBella.
I echo Mr. Harvey's statement, all of it. In taking it a step further, we would work very collaboratively with other agencies, like MARAD and the Surface Transportation Board, whomever would be involved with the matter at hand, in ensuring that the whole system is being addressed. And I think that's the overarching, outside the statutory responsibilities that we have. We're responsible for the entire system to be efficiently and competitive and also reliable. So that is really the crux of the conversation. How do we do that? Is addressing the business needs, either businesses that are looking to that are operating here in the United States, or those that are looking to operate here. And we are functioning as that authority that is responding to their inquiries, to their needs, and then taking action as appropriate. So,
Thank you. Ranking Member Campbell.